presents Play to Earn Community.
Join the Discord to learn more.
Welcome to the Hard Forking channel and our weekly NFT gaming show with my wonderful co-hosts, Mr. Gonzo and Stefano. How are you, fellas?
Oh, good.
Super duper.
Huge show coming up, but what better way to start than with the story of a 12-year-old. He was playing Axie back in 2020. He swapped his SLP for ETH. He got the Uni airdrop. He then used that to buy AXS at 12 cents. He sold the AXS at $48 and bought YGG at $1.
Compounding gains.
Oh yeah, I mean even at $1,000, and basically what I'm hearing it was around 2,000. This 12-year-old kid has made multi-millions.
I hate that kid.
Really starting with nothing. And for people that don't know about NFT gaming, this is just case in point. It's something that's been our mantra on this channel for a long time. You don't need huge money to really get ahead here. Case in point, thoughts on this one, guys?
Yeah, is the son of Gabby, which is the co-founder of YGG. Like, with all the respect for a second, but like the story.
It's almost like insider trading.
No, I mean, like, the story is amazing, whatever, but I don't want this in any possible way to come across as a message where, anybody can make millions in this space. Because that's not the case. And unfortunately, you are referring to the story, but if we're actually considering all the buzz that is being around that story, the message doesn't appear to be so nice. Because there is, as per usual, that other side of the coin where things comes across like, oh, this is easy money. Anybody can do that. Not everybody makes millions. Yes, everybody can make a living in play to earn. Yes, there are tons of opportunities, but in no way you have to expect the fact that like you're starting playing a game and you're gonna make millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And in no way this is the average 12 years old kid.
Yeah.
Congratulations to him, like absolutely undeniable. This is an incredible achievement, but this is not the average Joe.
In Axie, you're getting a lot of people making a lot of money, coming from the bottom, going to the top kind of stuff. And there's lots of like almost advertising it on social media. And this story is a perfect example of like, do you really want to be advertising that your 12-year-old kid has $1 million?
No, you don't.
What neighborhood do you live in? Like, holy shit, I wouldn't want to be doing that kind of stuff. And then there's also examples on Twitter where we're seeing like they're publicizing how many millions of dollars a scholarship is bringing in, right? And I know it's a good marketing tool, but it might be dangerous for some of the people that are making that money, right? So I don't know if you really want to be advertising, it's like name another business that advertises their employees' wages on fucking Twitter. That's bad news, I don't know, just an idea.
I agree. Now, for those of you that are finding us for the first time, please like, subscribe to our YouTube, Twitch, and join us in the Discord if you want to be part of what is just an incredible play to earn community. This whole space is exploding at the moment. But look, we've got some snippets from our interview with the growth lead from Axie, Jiho.
We're growing everywhere. There are a couple of countries that are maybe just 6 months behind the Philippines in terms of adoption, right? Like some of these countries are places like Indonesia, Argentina, Venezuela, even Cuba. There are problems with, managers not paying their scholars, right? That's something that we could, fix on our end by releasing an official scholarship management tool. We talk about decentralization, but it's important to choose where you decentralize strategically, right? If you decentralize everywhere at the same time, then it's going to be difficult. So it's like, okay, we choose to decentralize the player-to-player market, right? Like 95% of the value in game goes to the player base, right? This is an aspect of decentralization that doesn't even require a blockchain, if that makes sense.
So, look, huge news out of Nine Chronicles. So I'll hand it over to Stefano to update us on what's gone down there and give us a full rundown of what you see happening in the NFT gaming space. Over to you, sir.
Sure. Nine Chronicles has finished the Miso. It ends up being the third most successful IDO that Sushi has run, and they raised a total of 2,934 ETH for a total of 1,715 participants. On top of that, they also launched the LP, which is the Ethereum Revv 9 Chronicles Gold token on Sushi. And on top of that, they also launched on two centralized exchanges, which are OKX and Gate.io. Now, Gate.io has also the pair with Bitcoin and USDT, and OKX is only the pair with USDT as of today. The token has been going crazy, I would say. Yesterday it reached all-time high at $6. Today is obviously like going down a little bit. It's still like absolutely insane in terms of value and return. Nevertheless, the important piece here, and you will see that like by joining the Discord and so on, a lot of people are obviously waiting for the bridge to be released. The bridge is that like function that allows you to migrate your Nine Chronicles gold, so the tokens that you have in the game, and wrap them into the ERC20 version, which is like what you gain if you invested into the Miso and if you're buying like into the exchanges and so on. When that is going to happen, we will see what's really will happen to the value, because that's when the supply will actually increase a lot. This is in no way me saying that it's going to go up, neither that it's going to go down. It's just like, as per usual, stating facts and letting people like thinking through whatever they want to take about this story. Nine Chronicles is entering the market that has been like cut out for a very long time because of being in their own blockchain, and so being completely like out of the entire action. Now they're finally entering, and it will be interesting to see what's gonna happen over there. On the other side, if we're looking at news, we have tons of news. Now, in order, we have number one, Avvegothchi. Avvegothchi is having the Aunt number 2, and that is gonna go between the 26th to the 29th of August. If you're interested in joining that, a couple of things. One, migrate your tokens to Polygon, because that's going to happen on Polygon. Prepare your funds, and you will be able to join with the Ghost token. So that's what you actually have to get on that. And the piece of advice on this is that you actually want to try to be early, because of the auction mechanisms. The way that it works is that if you're placing a bet and you get outbid by someone else, you actually receive some Ghost tokens in reward. So it's a very interesting mechanics. You kind of want to be earlier because either you're going to win, or worst case scenario, you're going to farm some Ghost tokens because someone is outbidding you. Second thing, it's from Chain Monsters. Now, Chain Monsters is the game that is very similar to like a Pokemon type of game, I would call it. It's available only on PC, and on August 24, they're going to release their Alpha 6. Now, why is this important? Because the Alpha 6 is the one that is going to carry all the initial pre-release NFTs. Alpha 5 was having only the first 5, and Alpha 6 will have all the others. So if you want to be an early adopters, they have a total like 3,000, I think, slots in total. So it's quite limited, but there are still spaces if you're interested into that. Number 3, going back on something that I'm very, very a big fan of, free airdrops. If you have been buying NFTs or you've been interacting with Super Rare, congratulations. Super Rare has announced their government's token. The Rare, don't mismatch that with Rary from Rareable. It's very similar, but it's like instead of a I is a E. And 40% of the total allocation has been given to the community that has been used in the platform and so on. So Super Rare is basically like airdrop some money for free to everybody that has been using the platform. Then another interesting news comes from Blancos. Blancos has done a partnership with Burberry. Yes, the fashion brand. And they're currently selling on their store some shoes, NFTs that you can have like for your character, and it will be available till the 25th of August. You can actually buy them. So it's interesting to see that like now games, NFTs, and fashion brands are actually entering into that space. So if you're interested in that, that's another thing that is available. Chicken Derby is having their final sales on August 20 at 7 p.m. Eastern time in this specific case. Now, Chicken Derby is very similar to Zed Run, I would say, or, you know, all those games that we have mentioned multiple times where you got like your NFT, which is in the case of Zed Run is a horse, in the case of Chicken Derby is chicken, and you make them run. In the specific case, Chicken Run gives also like some sort of abilities like weapons and jetpacks and special skills basically to those NFTs. So if you're interested in looking into that, they have a pre-sale that is going to be on August 20. Then we have Crypto Beast. Now, Crypto Beast got quite popular in the past few weeks because everybody got nuts on buying like the eggs, the pixelated eggs, and so on. And they're gonna have like their beginning of the hatching time on August 18. So this is the month, like second half of August is when they're gonna hatching all the eggs. So you will be able to basically like opening them and see like what beast actually came out from the egg, or you can even decide to not do anything. Same thing that happens like, for example, on Avvegothchi. You can either open your portal or not. If you don't, if you're looking at Avvegothchi, obviously the value is much higher for closed portals than for open ones. So, you know, if you have eggs but you're interested in opening that, that's going to start like on August 18 and it's going to keep going on multiple events during like the entire second half of August. After that, we go into the Revv ecosystem that Sean is a big fan of. So Revv has announced a new game that is called Revv Racing. Now, in this specific case, they've done an airdrop to anybody in one way or another that was interacting with the Amioka brand ecosystem. They were airdropping an NFT that was a car, a racing car, and they've launched like this game called Revv Racing. Why is this interesting? Number one, because it's a browser game where you're actually driving the car. So it's not about like clicking a button and see like a good timestamp and so on, but it's an actual gameplay that is being released in this specific case. So thumbs up on that, because finally the Revv ecosystem is pushing some real gameplay. I'm very happy for that. And second thing, the prize pool for this first racetrack event is $150,000, and it's been like given to the top 1,000 best times. Now, I must say that it's very, very difficult because I tried to play for at least like 15 times and I never went above 2,500. So, you know, it's not easy money. You kind of need to really be good at driving games if you want to get there. But it's another play to earn games that is coming in place, and it's very good from that side. Last, we go back on the Satoshi games, or the Elixir, the company behind Light Night and Survival. Like we've mentioned that already a few times. They have announced now the pre-order for a new game called Whisper of Soul. It's a sort of like medieval battle royale type of game, which really reminds a lot of Avvegothchi from that side. However, they've also mentioned that it's not only a PvP, but it's also gonna be a PvE. So in theory, there's gonna be like some sort of adventure that seems to be very similar to the game Soul back on the PlayStation, if you ever played that. Yeah, that's pretty much about it.
Okay, I'll hand it over to Mr. Gonzo in a moment, people, but in some rather shitty news, and if you've been in crypto for a while, you know about the scammery that goes down in this space. Unfortunately, some members of my crypto meetup got done by this one this morning. Misc, a game that we've looked at and we like in the last couple of weeks. There's a fake website going around for a token sale that's going on at the moment, so be super careful on that one, people. I personally know people that have just been scammed today on this one.
That's super weird because Misc token is already live and available.
That's why it's a scam.
Yeah, exactly.
Like usual, you can't really double your ETH if you send them one.
Yeah.
Maybe you should kind of like read things before.
Wow, come on, they're preying on noobs, man. It's like it's getting to that market hype cycle again where you're getting people that know nothing. All they hear is numbers, and they don't know that. They're not going to look. All they're doing, they don't want to miss, man. FOMO. Nobody wants to miss the next thing.
Stefano, you brought Mirandus to our attention recently. I just wonder if there's any update there. And the other one I wanted to ask you about that a lot of people seem to be talking about is Six Dragons by Sandbox. and 9 lives and these Oggies. You got anything to share on those 3?
So Mirandus has been doing a bigger test or a crunch test of the server. So they increased the numbers of players that could have joined the first version of the server to see basically like what is like the current status and so on. It's more like the community helping out in the test phase, I would say. I don't think that they really have much news on the 6 Dragons and on the 9 Lives Arena.
I just want to remind everybody, we really were one of the first channels to be talking about Axie Infinity. So make sure you tune in Friday morning, Asia time, to check out the full interview with Jiho. Our goal here is to keep you ahead of the game. That's what we're all about. Stefano, well done on that one. It is a great interview. You got 2 of the more knowledgeable guys on Axie here on this channel. So check that out Friday morning, people. Join us on the live show. Any closing thoughts, guys? Mr. Gonzo?
Play to earn, baby. You got to learn if you want to earn. That's what everybody's doing right now. Everybody's learning, figuring stuff out, and figuring out ways to earn. Have fun at the same time. And, you know, that's what we've been doing. Living it, loving it. Just, there's so much crazy stuff happening. You got to focus on something that's positive, I think. Right? So move forward. Have fun.
Yep, good words, good words. Mr. Stefano, close out the show for us.
No, there is tons of things happening as per usual. The space is super good. The FOMO is just increasing even more. The amount of people that have no idea whatsoever about games are now all talking. They all turn out to be either the best NFT investors in the planet or the top gamers ever existed. You know, in the same way that we've seen with DeFi, that after 3 or 4 or 5 months, vast majority of the projects has died. Same thing that we've seen with like the side chain. Same thing that we've seen with the tons of projects in the, you know, Binance Smart Chain back in February, March. Same thing that we've seen with NFTs. Same thing we're gonna see with the play to earn industry. It's no different. The first time that you think that this is gonna be different, that's when you're gonna make a mistake. But apart from that, yeah, go for it.
I think we got to start categorizing NFTs, you know, because there was a little NFT wave there last summer, right? And I was just like avatars, right? A little pop, right? And then it really was huge, this one, right? And the NFT one, the NFT crypto art led by the Beeple sale, right? So there's these all like each new utility of NFT is creating its own little bubble, right? Which is kind of crazy. And the amount of money that's going into gaming and crypto art and rocks and pets and the metaverse, we're so early. It's crazy.
Imagine what is going to happen when they're going to start regulating NFTs.
Oh, how? Let's see what happens, yeah.
On that note, you summed it up well, guys. If you're watching this, you are very, very early still. So make sure, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification button, join our Discord, and we'll see you all back here tomorrow. Cheers now.